What's up, the community? The community is here. We got Stefano saying, look at this. We got Stefano saying the community makes the Cardinals entrance. What do you think about that one? Awesome. We got some amazing people joining us. Of course, we got Tim reminding everybody to slap the like button. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the crew members that are joining me here tonight. Look at this. I'm surrounded by royalty. I got Nico Leonard, or Nicole Onard, as he likes to be called.
Leonard.
Or Tony Nico, as I call him.
Tim, right?
Nico Bellic.
We got RAG. Welcome to the show. We got Andrew T. We got all the regular viewers. We got Vincent George asking, how can we buy ad space on your fridge? Guys, I don't got a fridge. That's not my shtick. You know what I mean? That's not my shtick. I'll leave it to the other guys to do that.
Just send direct PayPal. That's it.
Don't do that.
PayPal it.
And we got Chan Wong joining us. Chan Wong. We got David H. Hello, David. I hope you are good. Thank you so much. David is a kind contributor to the London Fund, guys. Because of viewers like David, I'm able to go to London. Join Nico. But I did get notice that Kelly from On Her Own Time is actually doing a live stream in 20 minutes. So I'm going to do a quick live stream, only 20 minutes, because I do want us to go to Kelly's stream. Guys, we got to build up Kelly's stream. You know what I mean? We're in the community together. We got to raise each other up rather than tear each other down, right? So that's the whole idea. And look at this. I got Bear Clooney saying, I upvoted and don't even like this Viking kid. Thank you so much, Bear. Much appreciated. Love you, man. I do love you, Bear. But I wanted to talk about something because I met with a very nice viewer yesterday, and he was actually wearing a watch that, Nico, you're a big fan of, and it's none other than the Rolex Air King. And I got to tell you guys, I own a sub, No Date sub. I got a Bruce Wayne, and I was pleasantly surprised by the Air King. And that's what I wanted to talk about. And it's unfortunate because I know the Watch Guy Inc. did want to come on the show, but hey, hopefully he will see this and on the playback, and we'll send him to Kelly's channel. We got Vincent George with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. He said this $2 has been burning a hole in my pocket. Much appreciated. Let me drop the link if any viewers want to join. If any viewers.
By the way, Marco, you know what's really interesting? The first viewer of the show that I met was also wearing the Air King.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vincent, for the $2 super chat.
Event, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at this. You are wrong. It says sponsor Marco's private jet rather than his fridge. And we got what I like to call the wizard, the man with the wealth of knowledge, the wizard. He can teach us all everything. We just haven't asked him the right questions. We got Stefano joining us. How are you, Stefano?
Hello, mighty gentlemen. Thank you for having me.
Stefano, when will I get?
I sent it to you.
Where did you send it?
On
Instagram?
I believe so. And I asked you just to block out the lower part of the left side because I don't want to expose the address yet.
Oh, okay.
But the email address is there, the name, the watch brands.
Oh, the address you want me to block out, right?
Yes. I'm not a Nico, but it's okay. I start.
Okay.
I'm the old man.
Not sure.
You're the legend.
Oh, anybody's welcome. Hello, Mr. NR 16. How are you, man? Hello, welcome to the stream. We got Roy B with a $5 super chat saying, happy Friday, boys. A pleasure to hang out with you fellas. Cheers from Alaska to you, God tier gents. Roy, that is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. From Alaska, guys, all the way from Alaska. Actually, I think this is the man, Nico, who I sent you those details about.
Yeah, Roy. Yeah, I text him. I'm gonna pick that up. I text him to arrange a call with him whenever it suits him, and we're gonna get it sorted for him. 100%.
Amazing, guys. Guys, be sure to check out prideandpinion.com. Prideandpinion.com. Amazing pre-owned luxury wristwatches. Amazing assortment of accessories. And man, I'm telling you guys, prideandpinion.com. Not just for European Union or London or the Northern Ireland. Fuck me dead, this cigar won't stay. Okay, but also the Americas, guys. He does ship to America, which is amazing, guys. John reminding everybody to upvote. Please upvote, guys. We got Bear Clooney watches with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Bear. Saying, ask Nico if my Ulyss Nardine is a dress or sports watch finder. Okay, let's pull it up on the tubes. We got Bear Clooney watches. Hold on. Let me find this video. Hold on one second. Here we go. And we got somebody else joining us. We got Ari. Ari joining the show. Hello, Ari.
Hey there. Good to see
Very
you,
cool.
folks.
Hey Ari,
Good
how's
to
it
see you, Ari. How are you?
Alrighty.
Good, thank you. Congrats on your stream today, Nico.
Thank you very
This
much,
is it.
mate. I appreciate that, mate. Very much. What did you think of it?
I really liked it. I liked the pacing. I liked the participation is wonderful. With the stream, it's about the activity of the group and just what people are saying and the super chatting. I felt it was very well done. It's for me, engagement's a big indication of success, and so I felt you won on that regard for sure.
Thank you very much, mate. Anything you think I should have done better, different? You can be completely and utterly honest, because otherwise,
Right.
I
found
can't
it. I found it a little odd how you're flicking people in and out of the
No, that's
discussion.
funny.
That's a bit
That's so
odd.
funny.
That's a bit
That
odd.
was the best part.
Yeah, that's my only comment. I know what you're intending to do. I still found it a little odd. You're asking for my honest
No,
opinion.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got Bear Clooney watches.
It was a bit disruptive, but funny. Or
That's-
it's good, but how a message is sent is not always how a message is received.
Yes.
Or a lot of people would message or would receive a message differently, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But
I
no,
mean-
I definitely
Yeah.
appreciate that.
No problem. I mean, cutting off Tim was a big joy for me to see.
Yeah. I'll do more cutting off him and less cutting off
Perfect.
Marco.
Perfect. That's better. Yes.
Please.
Nico, very quickly, I just want to get your opinion. Is this a dress watch or a sports watch right here?
That's a fucked up watch. No joking. It's quite nice. It's a dress watch, mate.
Dude, this is what I was telling you. I'm like, come on, this is 100% a dress watch.
5712 is a dress watch as well on the
Right.
same. it's
On
also
a leather
dress.
strap, precious metal. Mostly time only, right? Just has a power reserve and a date. But Bear, this is a beautiful watch. I just busted.
I think Paul is going to the Morns, and I addictive guy. He's going to the Morns.
We got Stefano Della Costa with the wizard himself with a $20 super chat. Oh no, Nico, you're cutting in and out.
Whoa. What's going on with the internet?
He says, start to your Air King fund. Stefano, that's extremely generous, man. Thank you so
Nice.
much. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. But yeah, I was shocked, pleasantly surprised by the Air King, guys. I think, honestly speaking, for the money, that's a really underappreciated. And to me, it's a real sleeper, guys. I'm going to be making a video on the Air King. I'm finishing up the script tonight. Me and a viewer, we're doing a little editing, a little really nice stuff. We're going to go a little bit into the history of the Air King. We're going to do some B-roll footage, not with my shitty, kind of camera, with some legit pro gear. And we're going to do a really nice tribute video to the Air King because I really feel it does deserve it.
Because I told you need to do it a bit different. You need the hooks. You need a bit of a strategy on the videos.
You can ask Nico. I mean, he's a
Right.
legendary man. Ask him how much Air King goes over list. I'm sure even in Ireland.
Right.
Yeah.
It does, but it's not. Is it huge over list? I don't think
Not
so.
huge,
Right?
but it's up there.
20%.
Yep.
And we got NI Addictive Guy joining, saying, with a £2, saying, I'm broke now, boys. Up for early hike. Good luck.
Paul, he's going to.
Nice.
He's
Here he is.
going to the
NR, I'm
Morns.
just gonna. NR, I hope you don't mind. I know it's your first time joining. I just want to throw you backstage just for now. I want to have you back on the show. Please come back. But I know Watch Guy Inc. doesn't have a lot of time, or we don't have a lot of time. Rather.
You can put me back. Keep them on.
Thank you for joining, but please
me
join
back.
again. 'Cause I
Marco,
do want
put me back. Let the boys on, the new one. Put me back. Don't worry.
Oh, I want to hear the story behind that watch. Okay, please do come back on the show. Please. Let's just keep you on. We got a special guy. We got a special guest, the Watch Guy, joining us from Montreal. Fellow Montrealer, how are you, man?
Hi, Marco. How you doing? How you
Very
guys
good.
doing?
I'm very good. Thank you for joining
Can
the
you hear me
stream.
well, or I should go get some earplugs.
What I'll do is
earplugs.
I'll turn up your mic volume. Hold on one second.
I got some. I can go get them if you don't hear me well.
That should be better. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay.
I turn up. Go ahead. You had an interesting story to tell. Please tell it.
So first of all, thanks for letting me on the show, Marco. I spoke with Nico as well, and my friend Tim. and the rest of the guys. You know, I appreciate Stefano's input all the times. Very knowledgeable person, very appreciated. So look, I think we're all here together because of the love of the watches, right? And to me, collecting watches, sometimes I hate to call it collecting. I'm an enthusiast because every time I feel
I'm hoarding watches.
how's that? Basically, but when you're saying I want to collect watches, I feel like you're gonna bring them in and you'll lock them in like a prisoners. But I have so much love for these pieces. I feel it's all about enthusiasm to the beauty and the art of those watches. And I told you I have an interesting story for you. So I started my own. I started from scratch, like Nico was talking in the previous, and Marco. You know, started basically from zero. I had no money, and it happens in '92. I went to change my brakes on the car. I had an old Celebrity 82 with holes basically in it, and I had no money to fix it basically, and the brakes were completely finished. So I went to see a mechanic guy. And I told him, look, can you fix my car? He goes, yeah, it's $40. I told him, well, I don't have $40. You want to take 20? He goes, well, fine. I'll do it for 30. You have to come back tomorrow. He felt pity for me. He said, I'll change your brakes and everything. So as I'm looking at, and this is where the story is going to lead into watches in 5 minutes. So I was looking at all those brakes and on his, in his garage and tell him, oh, I want those ones, right? The metallic ones. He goes, no way, man. These are $60. I can't put you down. I'm putting you the cheap ones for $30. So, and he explained to me how they're manufactured and all that. All of a sudden, he explains that he has basically a fabric in the back. So he took me to the back, and I saw he had like a small shop where he's manufacturing those brakes. And I got so excited. I told him, can I sell this stuff for you? He goes, no way. I sell them basically. They go export. They're wholesale. I told him, try me. Let me hustle for you. So the guy basically didn't want me to hustle for him. So I told him, look, I have another idea. How about I buy from you cost and I go sell them? But all this time, as I'm looking at this guy and he's showing me his parts and the fabric and the employees, on his wrist, he had that watch. And every time he moved, it sparkled light in my eyes. And the bezel was split in two colors, a blue and a red. And as I look at it, I'm listening to him half, and other half I'm looking at his arm as it's moving. So I was ashamed basically to ask him what kind of watch you have. And the story continued. I ended up started buying from him inventory, and I opened my car parts distribution company, and I was very successful for so many years. But the story goes like this. 2 weeks later, and I was so impressed with that watch. I stopped at a shop downtown Montreal. It's a watch shop, and I see one similar. I go see the jeweler. I ask him how much. He goes $150. We're talking, long time ago. So I picked it up. Actually, it was less than that. But when I wore it, it did not feel the same. So the one I picked up, I did not know it was a Rolex. I picked up at Timex. It had the two colors, but I did not feel that heft. I did not feel like a superhero. So when I saw him another time, I asked him, what is this watch? Look, I got one the same. He looked at it. He started laughing. I felt like shit, to be honest with you. And the guy goes, no, that's a Rolex, man. I use it for my work. I have another one. And all I knew about Rolex back then was that, two-tone or gold watches with the fluted bezels. This is how we knew Rolexes back then. I did not know about subs. I did not know about GMTs. And 5 years later, I went to a jeweler and I saw a Rolex two-tone. I bought it, very blind. What I discovered 3 years later, that it was a reconstructed Rolex. So I really got screwed with it. I paid the big price for it, and it turned out to be not a fake. Basically, the bezel did not belong to the watch. Nothing belonged to the watch. So basically, it was a piece of crap. So I sold it, and I kept that inside my heart, that feeling that I'm missing something. One day, I want to get that GMT two-tone. Until 2019, one of the ADs called me, and here you go.
Wow. Shoot.
Whew.
That's better than
The
a two-tone.
trials, the
Better than a
tribulation.
two-tone.
That's the trials and tribulations of a
That's a
watch
story.
collector. And
That's a
speaking
story.
of vintage Pepsi, NR 1416 has a neo vintage or vintage. I can't really tell. Is that a 16.7? You're muted. You're muted. Is it a 16.75?
Yeah, 1675. Longy Mark 1 dial.
God damn.
Love
Nice.
the dial. Love the vintage dial. The patina's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Look at
pumpkin
that.
patina. I'm telling you guys, not that you knock vintage. You just say it's a minefield.
Minefield.
You guys have to experience it. Trust me. Like these old 4-digit subs and GMTs. It's like an old pair of jeans.
I've been saying that to them the whole time, mate.
Yeah, it's like an old pair of jeans, man.
Yeah.
Can't beat them.
Vintage carries stories, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has history.
So are you
Here's my
worried?
theory, though, on
So-
this, right?
Oh.
Let me explain my theory on vintage, at least for now, and I think it's true about the majority of people in the community, as we call it, right?
Community.
The thing is many of us, well, for one, vintage is very expensive to jump into, right?
Oh,
And you have to develop a taste for vintage, right? Taste for luxury before you jump into the vintage world, right? First, you start off, kind of at the entry level, your Timexes, your Tissot's, your Hamiltons, and so on and so forth. Then you can jump into, kind of the upper echelon of brands. And then once you get to Rolex, right, I feel like you have to build an appreciation for modern Rolex to ultimately jump into vintage Rolex, right? And a lot of people, lest we forget, the watch community is expanding very rapidly. So a lot of people are into watches for a very short period, right? Some collectors, 5 years is a short period for a collector, in my opinion, right? I've been studying watches about 6 years, only been really collecting, I would say luxury watches for about 3. So it's hard for me to just jump straight into that vintage world because I don't have an appreciation yet for it, but I'm building it over time.
Can I make one point?
Go ahead.
You can buy with money. You can buy everything, right? You can buy any watch you want in the shop. Any watch.
I think the
Right.
5-digit subs and the subs are a
But
good buy, and you get into the neo vintage.
let me make a point here, right? With money, you can buy everything. You can pay the premium, whatever. You can buy. That's not the hustle. But a proper 6263, 14 karat, you can't buy that. But you can't even find it. You see what I mean? You can't buy that.
So
And that is part of your watch collecting and watch buying journey as well. The search for that perfect vintage watch. That's what the joy is of vintage watches.
Is that watch collecting euphoria, in your opinion, Nico?
Yeah. That's watch.
Damn.
That's watch
When you
collecting.
find the
And it's
exact.
Fine.
Go ahead, Ari.
Question. So, as a vintage collector, how much do you worry about making sure you have all the real parts? You know what I mean? It's very easy to sub
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff in.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
I
So
get
you
what
need
you're
to
saying.
be very-
What you have to remember, every vintage watch is worth something. Even
Right.
if the bezel's not period correct, like
Right.
even like if you buy an old 1675, it might not have the period correct bezel. It might be a Mark IV bezel on a Mark II watch. That doesn't make the watch worth nothing, right? If it's all original, you're gonna pay that money.
Look what he's holding up.
Comex. Yeah.
No, Coleman. Yeah.
Damn.
That was
So
that's a very
God dear.
if you have a sec, I'll tell you the quick story behind this watch.
sure. Yeah. I
I've
think
been
so.
into watches for 20 years now. I was heavy into Panerai. I was one of the original Paneristi back in 2003, 2004. I got into it. I used to buy a lot of straps back in the day, and these straps I buy for a couple $100. And before I knew it, after a few years, they were worth thousands. So I ended up turning $1,000 into Panerai straps into $4,000. And I came to the point where I wasn't wearing these straps. I'm like, let me go buy a vintage Rolex. And I ended up buying a 5513 for $4,000 back in 2008.
What's up,
And I
fellas?
ended
I'm
up-
at the bar.
I ended up trading it for this last year.
Mhm.
Well,
Okay.
I started
Very
off
nice.
with $1,000
Got low
and
battery.
ended up with this.
Very nice. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It's
It
beautiful.
looks- Crispy. It looks so crispy.
Crispy. It looks great. Like we're in good health.
Look at
We're in
that
good health.
patina. The patina is so even. I mean, it looks fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the colors are still popping.
Yeah.
So as a vintage person, let me ask one more educational question for us and everybody. When you need to get it serviced, what kind
Not
of direction do you need to give them? Not Rolex
There's
is the
local
answer.
guys. I'm in
Yeah.
Toronto. There's a few local guys that do take care of the watches,
Right.
and you have to know who to send it to, and they'll do a better job than actually sending it to Rolex, because you don't want to come back with a service dial or whatever like that.
No.
So there's a few guys you can trust. I wouldn't consider myself a vintage guy. I do have modern stuff. I have a
Right.
modern. I have the new Pepsi. I love modern just as much as vintage. You honestly, it's the best of both worlds. Like you can't beat the technology like on the new bracelets and stuff, but the charm and character of these old watches, they're second to none.
Right.
That's awesome.
So you became a Panaristi, became a Rolexite.
Yeah, I was always into. You got to remember Rolex back in 04, 05. Like I could have walked in and bought a
Yeah.
permit right out of the case.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
Rolex, it was a bit old. People were kind of getting tired of it at the time. And then when they brought all the ceramics out, they kind of reinvented themselves. And then by the time the ceramic Daytona came out, it was game over.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that was
So,
done. That's
but
great.
yeah, I enjoy both. You can't go wrong with the modern stuff and the vintage stuff. If you want to get into vintage, my best bet are 5-digit subs right now. Those are probably the best bang for your buck. 14060s,
Right.
stuff like that. So
We're in
Guys,
the,
very
Go ahead.
quickly, I don't mean to interrupt. I do want to get the
Yes, sir.
super chat. We got
of
Andres
course, very
Borghetti,
important.
$20, saying matching Stefano's Air King fun. Good to see the crew. Happy Friday, guys. I don't mean to interrupt this because I wish this is just terrible because we're all about building up the community, right? And we got somebody who joins our channel, every once in a while, pretty frequently. She just started up her own channel. It's Kelly from On Her Own Time. She just started her first live stream, right? And I want to give her some love. I want all of us to go over there and flood her chat box. So guys, I'm going to end this stream a little bit early. I want to have this conversation again. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not know she was doing a live stream. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. Watch Guy, NR, it's great to have you guys on. I do want to do this again. Can we maybe shelve this conversation and do it again tomorrow?
for sure. Thanks, Marco, buddy.
Tomorrow, Saturday.
having
I'm
me.
so sorry. I wish we could do this again tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to post the link in the chat, the link to her stream in the chat right now. And guys, please go be sure to go check her out. Kelly from On Her Own Time, guys. We got 157 watching. I want everybody to go there now. I'm going to end this stream, wrap it up right now. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I want to continue this conversation because vintage is a world I'm fascinated by, but I've never dived into, and I would love to learn from guys like yourselves.
Cool.
Guys, thank you all for joining me.
Thanks for having
I'm
me.
going to wrap this show up. Please go check out Kelly. I'm going to drop the link to her YouTube channel. Go now, go now. Take care, everybody. Make sure you like the stream before leaving. I really appreciate you stopping by again. And we're wrapping the show up, guys. Do one final wrist
Thank you,
shot.
everyone.
Here we go. What do we got on the wrist, guys?
Explore.